Hello again, this is Don Vanderholm joining you on a sunny Friday afternoon from Ritzville Cooperative Schools. Hey, today we are going to jump down here to fall 2020. I'm sure there's a lot of thoughts on your mind about what's going to happen next school year. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit today. So let's talk a little bit about fall 2020. I am optimistic that we are going to have school in the fall. The world's going to look a little different. However, we live in a great place where we have not been impacted significantly by COVID, and hopefully that will continue for us. But there's still going to be some requirements we'll have to meet in order to open the doors and be ready to go. So we're starting that planning process, and I want to talk a little bit just about some of those pieces. With classrooms, will we be doing something different? Well, right now we're looking at schedules, and we have been looking at the master schedules for middle school and high school for the past year and looking at are there ways we can improve those schedules? Just like the Boy Scouts, we need to be prepared with multiple plans for multiple scenarios. Last November, we were hit hard by the flu. In fact, at one point, we were considering, do we need to shut down for a while? Our cases of the flu increased so much. We don't know what might happen in the fall or throughout the school year, so we just need to be prepared with multiple plans. I'm always one for innovation. And, can we do things better? So I want us to keep looking forward. The past is the past. Now we have before us in education technology that we've never had available before. We have a variety of learning styles with our learners and different modalities to meet those learning styles. So we want to keep looking at being innovative, at learning from what we've been doing this spring, building off our technology and learning platform, and keep getting better and better. We know there's going to be gaps in learning from what we've been doing here the last 11, 12 weeks. And as I've said before, we are looking at and considering plans for what is that going to mean in the fall. We know we'll have to look at intervention different than we have before and remediation. And certainly a whole new challenge with re-engagement. It's not just the summer melt that we're used to, it's summer melt plus. So that will really be a big part of our planning. And then, how can standards-based learning and grading help with all learners? With that focus on learning more than performance, I really believe we can help all our learners. Those ideas, participation, completion, on-task behaviors, all those performance pieces, they're all important. However, they're not directly related to grades. They are indirectly related, but not directly related to grades or assessing understanding of learning, more importantly. So what does this have to do with the fall of 2020? Well, we may see increased student and or staff absences in the fall. I believe one of the strong requirements is that if you're sick with whatever, you need to stay home. And there could be other health requirements we'll talk about in just a minute. But we want to keep getting better at the business of learning and assessing learning based on what students know and can do to demonstrate understanding. And we want to get better at continuous learning in distant situations so that when students are sick or when they need to be home, we can continue with learning. So let's now talk a little bit about health and safety. Again, we haven't seen the final recommendations, and I believe from what I'm seeing, we're going to be able to look at this by region, which will be a benefit to us. But I'm expecting we'll have some sort of enhanced health screening requirements. They may include social distancing, masks, temperature checks, etc. We'll find out more. Again, like I said at the beginning of this, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. And we'll also need to have plans in case there's a resurgence of this virus or other viruses. And so that's all part of this planning template that we're working on. It's not only just we're going to open the doors, hopefully just like always, but plan A, B, C, and D so that we can be ready to keep going. So that concludes our discussion for this week on the fall of 2020. More to come for sure down the road. Thank you and take care.